Hello, everyone. Welcome to Around the Block on this Tuesday.
Hey, we are back.
Glad to be back with you. I'm Heather Holden.
I'm Adria Goins.
And Jacqueline Ferris.
So over the weekend, we had my aunt's ceremony of life. We didn't call it a funeral. Ceremony of life. And it was a beautiful service. My dad led it. We all got to take different parts in it. I led the prayer. And so my cousins read the obituary. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. So that's where I've been. I was off last Friday and then off yesterday as well. And I came back to Adria. It sounds like you might have a little cold.
I have a little bit of congestion in here. And it's trying to take my voice from me, but I'm fighting through it. So
you show it who's boss.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm drinking all kinds of water and eating well and taking some medicine. So I'm fighting it off as best as I can. It's not like it's just there. I don't feel bad. It's just there and you can hear it. But yeah, I'm punching it in the face.
Well, good. You are tough, that's for sure. Jacqueline, how have you been?
I've been good. Just, busy summer mom stuff.
Is your child back, by the way?
He's not, and I report that I feel like I should have a survivor's log.
Oh, I bet.
Okay, I don't know what this is. Is he at summer camp?
Summer camp.
Okay.
This is the start of week 2. And so he has been gone. He just turned 12. He's done 1 week of summer camp.
That's 2 weeks.
This is 2 weeks because he wanted to be a big guy.
Yeah.
And it's really hard on me.
Yeah, I can tell you're a little mopier than normal here lately.
Yeah, it's just I miss my kiddo.
I know. It's so easy to do. Like, it's hard for me to even think about.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like you're missing a limb, or you're missing your heart because they're not there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like normally they're like such a strong attachment. So
totally.
I can feel
especially with the only child situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
When does he come back?
Friday, 2:00.
Has it at all felt a little bit like a little vacation at all for you? Not yet. No. When he gets older, you'll be like,
totally.
Wow, I can do whatever I want. I don't even have to cook tonight if I don't want to.
Yeah, it has been wonderful.
Yeah. Well, that's sweet. We wish him all the best. Hope he's having a blast.
Are you getting any pictures at all or anything?
I am, and he's having so much fun. And honestly, it looks like the weather's been pretty good. So, because summer camp, it's usually, honestly, pretty 1,000,000,000 degrees hot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Are they staying in cabins or what?
They're in little cabins, and there is AC, and it feels really nice, but it's still, Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yeah, it's still hot.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
So,
yeah.
How'd you find out about that camp?
The internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some really good camps
like 5 or 6 years ago. So
did you all drive him out there, or did a bus take him?
We did. We drive him out. This is, I think, his 5th year going. So.
Oh, okay. So I grew up watching the original Parent Trap. The original, black and white.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the actress's name, but she played both twins. Do you guys remember that movie?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they were at summer camp, and it was like. It was cool because they got to meet each other, but it was also like mean girly, but I always, anytime I think of summer camp and staying in cabins, it takes me back to the movie Parent Trap.
Did you ever do summer camps when you were a kid?
I did church camps.
Yeah, me too.
So I didn't, all the girls slept in like one, what did we call it? Lodge? Not a lodge.
Yeah, like a big bunkhouse type thing.
Yeah. And then the boys would sleep in the other, and then we'd all go to Tabernacle for church.
Yes,
with all the wasp nests at the top, We
did the same thing too. It was like a week long where we had, boys on one side, girls on the other, and we just come together for like church or games or whatever it was, or dinners. Like they'd have a big mess hall where you would go in and eat together. But that was the most fun I ever had.
I got a grand slam because I stole a base, and I've never forgotten that. It was probably the most athletic moment in my entire life when I was in 4th grade. But it was so fun, except for the mandatory rest time. We had that where I think it was like 2 hours where you just had to stay in your dorm and just rest.
Oh,
yeah, and you wanted to be outside swimming or hanging out with everybody else. I have tried to get my son, I know my daughter would do it in a heartbeat, but I've tried to get my son to do more church camps, and he's just like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, really?
And I know that once he goes and does it,
he'll like it.
He'll love it.
Yeah.
But I cannot convince him to do it in the first place. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to set it up and pay for it and then drop him off.
Just let him know. All your friends are doing it and so are you.
Yeah. I'm just going to drop him off and be like, hey, we'll see you in a week.
Yeah.
He also has, football training throughout the summer that's constantly, so he would miss a week of that, and I don't think he wants to do that. But I think it's worth it to go for these summer camps and just experience it, because I still have friends that I talk to today that went to the same denomination church in Hot Springs or whatever it was, Tulsa, that I'm friends with today that I met at church camp.
That's so cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still
That's
good
really
friends.
neat.
So it's like I want
Just tell
that
him.
for him.
Just tell him, hey, pack up a suitcase. We're going to grandma's house, and then drive over there. Just kidding. See you in a week.
See you later. I know. I need to do that, because I don't want him to regret it. I don't want him at age 25 to be like, Mom, I wish you would have made me do that.
You have to go just one time. I did just 1 year. It wasn't for me, but I'm glad I know.
Yeah. We also used to take these, it was a church camp per se, but it was a canoe trip, a week-long canoe trip on the
sounds fun.
It was on the Buffalo National River in Arkansas, and there was like 20 of us, and we'd pair up 2 to a canoe, and then we would sleep on the riverbanks and float all the way down and like go a certain amount of miles or whatever, and we would all pitch in to cook our food, and we would play cards by the campfire and eat s'mores full week, and it was so much fun.
So you just kept your tents in your canoes with you?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Had everything.
That is living life in the extreme.
It is, but it's fun.
That's fun for you. That is so great. Yeah, it's so memorable to do stuff like that. Like the time I slept in a cave and never will again in my life.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to do that either. That had to have been cold too, right?
It wasn't, no, because it was summertime, but there was water on top of the cave that was dripping on us all night long. All night long. Doot, 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 doot in the face. Terrible, terrible situation.
Oh my God.
And there were bats, which didn't fly out till the next morning at dawn. And I was
that was a nice surprise.
Oh, great. All right. When we come back, we have a lot to get to. We're going to talk about storm damage, but also OU. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's next. Hey, everybody. So while I was gone, we had some big old storms in the state.
Oh, my goodness.
And a couple of tornadoes.
Did you hear? You were still in Tulsa, so you probably didn't hear the wind, did you?
Well, we also had storms in Tulsa that weren't nearly as bad. But, I mean, look at this. This is like EF1, EF0. We had 2 different tornadoes. I feel so sorry for these people.
I do, too.
That is so difficult to clean up. So hard to clean up. It's on everything, and it's fiberglass. So
I know.
That's just terrible. But, yeah, so I came back to the storms. I have neighbors with limbs down. And so watched the news yesterday when I got back and saw everything that happened. I think they were calling it a derecho.
Yes, a derecho. It's where I guess the wind, it's like it only happens like maybe 10 times a year across the entire United States. And it has to do with the wind and the impacts of the wind. But it basically what John was saying was that you have the wind as the cold front comes in that you felt. And then you continued to have wind that, from afterwards. And he's like, that is so rare and so not normal. And it was so loud. And it honestly felt like you were in a hurricane. It was crazy.
And I understand that our coverage was a smidge different than usual because there were just outbreaks everywhere of these storms all along the line. And so there were so many tornado warnings that instead of listing the exact county at the bottom of the screen like we usually do, it just said tornado warning. So everybody who could turn on their TVs just saw like, oh my gosh, this is a huge area.
Yeah, it was wild. I've lived in Oklahoma for several years during college, for several years after that. Never have I ever seen anything like this. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. And my poor kids, we got an alarm on our phone at like 1:30. And so my husband, we went outside and, took down the hammock and the flag hanging out front. So we wouldn't have, projectiles.
Yeah.
And we laid back in bed and it was 30 minutes later and you could just hear nothing but the wild wind. And the kids, they were texting me because it woke them up. And they're like, have you left for work yet? Can we come in there? We're scared.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, they were scared because it was lightning and loud.
Yeah.
Sweet baby.
But as a mom, I'm like,
yes, you can. Come here. Come snuggle.
You know what my kids would be like? Is our house going to blow away? Cool. Go back.
Yeah, right.
Would not, I'd be like,
a tornado. It's not a
party. Let's all watch a movie in mom's bed. They'd be like, no, thanks.
See, I would love that.
I know. Enjoy that while it lasts.
Not much longer.
Not much longer. Sooner fans today are celebrating.
Celebrating.
The Men's Baseball Championship. yeah.
And this is how they were celebrating. They were partying hard in Norman last night, as that game was going on.
Yeah, different watch parties all around. Boomer Sooner, you can see their lips. Oh, you. And so it was so great to see this. Everybody that I know was watching this game yesterday.
So. Yeah, it was. And what's funny is I can always normally tell because my husband is a huge Sooner fan, and I can always tell how the game is going because he'll be like, yes, or what have you. But I watched the first 2 innings. It was 2-0 whenever I went to bed, and I was like just praying they held on to it, and I didn't hear anything coming out of the office, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is probably not good. He's probably just in there just upset because something, because normally he's yelling. Come to find out, he was secretly quietly going for 13 or 10 runs or however many it was because he's trying to be quiet. But it was a blowout, 13-2.
Yes.
Quite the win.
Yes. I don't remember the exact stats, but you might, Adria. I think that when football related OU won the national championship, it was also 13-2 under Bob Stoops.
Was it?
That's what I heard. That's what the announcer said. I don't know for sure how. Somewhere along the line, that's what happened. Yeah. So,
yeah, probably accurate.
But that's very cool.
Yeah, and it was neat last night. One of our photographers sent in a picture of the Devon Tower, and they had OU on the Devon Tower. They normally do Thunder for Thunder games.
Yes.
They also had that up there. A lot of people celebrating throughout the metro, just so excited for it. I mean, it's the first time in more than 30 years that they've won a championship.
Amazing. So cool.
And they were kind of like the underdogs,
Yes. When we come back, pardon me, we're going to talk about Price Tower in Bartlesville, which I actually saw this past weekend, as well as what Oklahoma City police officers are doing to help the zoo. That's next.
Hey, I know we just talked about it, but I did have a question for you
okay.
before you get started. Sorry.
That's okay.
Did you tell your story about your aunt?
Which one? I did not tell the boot story. I told 2 different stories, so I'll tell it really fast. My aunt that became a national treasure in my family when she said at the Thanksgiving table, we hear this, and she goes, it was my boot. So we all said after that, anytime we heard that noise, that it was her boot. But I did not tell that story. I did tell 2 different stories, one of which they let me live with them for a summer when I did my internship in Tulsa during college.
Okay.
At Channel 2 in Tulsa, summer of 97 when Bop was big.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to, the other story was how my aunt loved to wake us up after cousin sleepovers with pots and pans. She thought that was so funny.
Oh, how thoughtful of her.
We had young heart attacks, all of us children.
I would
every time
imagine.
She would wake us up. But no, I did not. But I was in Bartlesville this weekend, and I did see Price Tower, which we've talked a lot about over the past year. Frank Lloyd Wright built Price Tower, and it was such a beautiful treasure. There's been a lot of controversy about previous owners having to return lots of nostalgic things that belong to the building, been up for sale, all kinds of stuff. Well, now they're turning it into 20 apartments and 20 hotel rooms. I think those apartments would be so cool.
That would be a cool, are you living in a Frank Lloyd Wright apartment?
Yes. Yes. So I drove right past this. It's right where we stayed. And I was like, there it is. There's Price Tower. I love Frank Lloyd Wright. So that's exciting for Bartlesville, that they're reopening. The only thing that would scare me is that they are wanting to restore the original elevators. I'd be like, can we get some new ones?
Right, yeah. You can keep the original look.
I know.
Just the modern technology.
Yes. Yeah. And also the basement's been flooded. I mean, there's just a lot. So they have a lot of structural things to do to Price Tower, but it's great that it's not going away because Frank Lloyd Wright, I mean, his artwork is outstanding. So when in Bartlesville, as a kid, I used to go to Bartlesville all the time. I lived there till I was 4. By the way, drove past my childhood home, and it's still standing after all these years.
Oh, so sweet. Did you go knock on the door and do Miranda Lambert and ask if you could come inside? And
I did a drive-by.
Oh, cute.
It's so cute.
It's adorable.
And I fell off those front stairs, and I landed in the bushes, and I got a stick in my back, and I had to go get it removed. And my sister told the doctor if he hurt me, she was going to throw him out the window. We were 3.
Wow.
Tons of memories. My first memories were made there. Also, though, we went to a museum called Woolaroc, which as a kid we would go to all the time. So we moved from Bartlesville when I was 4, but my grandparents still lived there and my aunt and her family, my cousins. So we'd come back until the age of 10, till we moved overseas to go to Woolarock over and over again. And Jacqueline, there was a Frank Lloyd Wright house there that was stunning in Woolarock. And we saw it growing up as kids and just gorgeous, so cool, such a great design. And my little daughter, Everly, wants to be an architect. And I was telling her all about it. Can't wait for you to see it. Can't wait. We get there. And I asked my cousins, hey, let's go see the Frank Lloyd Wright house. And he goes, oh, that burned down like 20 years ago.
Oh.
I know.
That's awful.
They said it was faulty wiring or something. But
oh, man. Yeah. That stinks.
I know. It's too bad.
We need that new technology in that elevator.
Mm-hmm, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. And also to hold on to all things Frank Lloyd Wright that we can.
Yeah, yes. Absolutely.
You should take her to the house in Wichita.
I didn't know there was
Frank
one there.
Lloyd Wright house there.
Okay.
It's really pretty.
Okay, I should. Yeah. Is it open for tours?
It is. They do wonderful tours.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Fun.
You can also swim with penguins in Wichita. So we should make a trip out of that.
You can swim with penguins?
Yes, Google it.
Is that not freezing?
You wear a wetsuit.
Okay.
It's expensive. I've looked at it. It's expensive. And these are little tiny penguins. They're like this tall. But you can swim with them in this indoor enclosure. And they're so friendly because, they're just used to humans. And so it's really neat. So I want to go do that.
I would be up for that, but I'm going to be real honest with you. I went to a zoo in San Diego and went into the aquarium area with the penguins. And it stunk. It
probably
smelled awful.
It makes you wonder how clean is the water?
I mean, they poop in it. They that's where they go to the bathroom, and so I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it would be cool.
Yeah.
But how often do they filter the water?
Yes.
And clean it?
Yeah. Because obviously they don't put chlorine in it.
No, you can't. Yeah, you can't. I mean, how clean is? Yeah, you can't. Don't open your mouth while you're swimming.
Don't open your eyes in the water, kids.
Sorry, I had to.
No, it's something we should think about before we go.
Right? Yeah.
I have questions now.
Yeah. Right. That sounded like a good idea till Adria got me all worried about it now. Okay, so talking about animals, the Oklahoma City Zoo invited Oklahoma City police officers. They got a call from the zoo and they went out. They were dispatched out there to figure out what was going on. All they wanted them to do was feed the rhinos.
That's cute.
This is the officers getting honorary rhino snack servers, which, I mean, I would take that call too if it came into 911 for sure. Police said when the keeper asks, you want to feed the rhinos? The only answer is, of course, yes.
How cool is that to get to feed basically a modern day dinosaur?
I know. It's so really neat. Apparently, though, the rhinos did want to file a police report because they were not served enough lettuce. But how cute. How cute is that? I mean, that would be such a cool thing to do.
I know. We've fed the giraffes out there before. Have you guys done that?
Yeah.
They've got tongues like this long that reach down and wrap around the lettuce and pull it back in.
Big circles. Like they twine around it. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's fun. I didn't know you could feed the rhinos. That's cool.
Yeah, I think I've seen them do that. But it was like outside. You pay a little extra or whatever at the zoo and you stand in line and there's one of them that's right up against the fence that they let you feed. And then of course the
giraffes.
Giraffes. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. I was like, what was I trying to say there? Yeah.
Long necks, spotted.
Yes.
They can reach trees.
Right. Exactly. Do you want to talk about Bed Bath & Beyond?
Let's do it.
Okay. Apparently, Bed Bath & Beyond is back, baby. 3 years ago, they filed for bankruptcy, okay? And now they are joining up with the Container Store, and they're going to reopen. And one of those stores is the Container Store.
By Penn Square.
By Penn Square Mall.
Yeah. And I've been in there, and it's a really pretty store. It's kind of out of my price range.
Yeah.
And Bed Bath & Beyond was also kind of out of my price range. So I wonder what the prices are going to be like.
I mean, if that's part of the reason why they went filed for bankruptcy, because nobody was going in there and buying their stuff because they were a little overpriced.
Mm-hmm. I do love both stores. They're gorgeous.
I do too.
They have so many things, like beautiful
too.
Things. So hopefully, hopefully they can thrive as
moderately.
A new business.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be opening in the next few months. So I'm anxious to see what it'll be like once they finally open and check it out. So
I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's going to be open in time for the holidays.
Yeah, which probably it's probably planned.
4th of July is right around the corner, which is also really weird. Halfway through the year already.
Can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to do your bizarre holidays next. Did you know it's National Pink Day?
Well, this is pink, no matter what it looks like on the air. It's pink. I did not know this.
I didn't either. And we both wore pink today.
Do you have pink on your t-shirt under your shirt, Jacqueline?
Absolutely not. It says OU.
Oh, well, there you go. Pink is pink, red. You know, we're
celebrating today. Celebrating.
I had no idea that it was
That's my favorite color. Pink.
Pink.
All shades of pink.
Really?
And I also love pink flamingos, and it's also Pink Flamingo Day.
National Pink Flamingo Day.
And I actually bought for Everly a 5-foot tall penguin, or hello, we were talking about penguins, pink flamingo in her bedroom. And that's how much I love pink flamingos.
Wow. Yeah. That's impressive. It's also National Detroit Style Pizza Day.
And it's National Let It Go Day.
Let it go. National Porridge Day.
National Typewriter Day.
Pecan Sandies Day.
Which takes me back to my childhood.
I know. I was just thinking
that.
I was thinking the other day. Oh, I thought you were talking about typewriters. I was thinking
that too.
The other day, I was like, my kids are never going to know how to type correctly. Because I took a typing class.
I did too. But we took it on keyboards. But like my grandmother actually used a typewriter at her house, so we'd play on it. And it's like typing, like you have to push so hard. And all the way down. So it's not like you can just go like this.
Yeah. It's so different.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, thanks for joining us on our Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye.